Hi, my name is Jamie Slee and I'm going to demonstrate how to tie a few different knots, and at the same time I'm going to demonstrate how to use a pair of loppers to cut a piece of wood. So I've got a few different things here. I've got my gloves in case I need them, I've got my knife mainly for cutting the cord, I've got my loppers, I've got this piece of hazel which I'm going to cut into pieces to make just to demonstrate the different knots. So, to start off with, to use my loppers. Now obviously normally you'd have somebody holding it, maybe like that, or like that, so that you can cut them, but I haven't got that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to angle it like this, put my foot on that end, and holding by the handles, no gloves required, so look where the middle is, like that. And I'm going to open the jaws. Okay, then close enough. I'm going to do the same again. And like that. And again, using the loppers, just cut that like that. Now I'm finished with them for now, so I'm going to put them away in a safe place. Okay, so now I'm going to tie these four pieces together to form a frame of sorts, I suppose. So I've got some cord, and to start off with I'm going to do a clove hitch. So one loop, another loop, overlap, and just put them over the end of one of my sticks. Just pull that tight. So made a bit of a fishing rod. Got a bit of a loop there for tying it off at the end as well. And so square lashing, put them together like that, and just going to round and keep going like this. So you want it secure, but it's not too critical, but obviously if you're building a shelter or something you would need it to be completely secure. Tight each time. Just to make sure it is completely tight now, I'm just going to go around this bit. Secure, so now I'm just going to do these ends of tie these ends off. I'm just going to do it as a reef knot, so left over right and under, right over left and under. Okay, so I've now got them fairly secure. Well, I'm just going to use my knife I've got behind me in a safe place. Again, I'm not going to cut it too close to the knot, making sure I'm cutting away from me, and I'm just going to do that. Put the sheath back on the knife, and that's safe. So, there's my first two pieces joined. Just need to repeat the process now. So, clove hitch first. Towards the end of this one. piece of wood. If you're teaching this for children, you'd probably teach them the clove hitch first, and kind of the way that I teach it is make Mickey Mouse ears and then put them over each other. They tend to remember that. You can have them working in pairs. I've done that the wrong side. I'm just going to fix that. Didn't really matter, but so fussy about things like that. So if I was doing a parallel lashing, it would pretty much be the same, except you have the two next to each other. Demonstrate that in just a minute. Though for this, it's not really required. Right, again, that's probably enough for what we're doing. So I'm just going to go around a couple of times here, just to really make sure it's secure. Again, I'm just going to tie that off in a reef knot. Okay, so I've got the two pieces again. My knife, cut off the end. There's no one else around, so I don't need to worry about that. Away from me, just and okay, so got my two pieces attached. Next one, not on the cord there. Again, I just need to clove hitch. So there's the Mickey Mouse ears, and then obviously one over the other. Just going to put that under, so it's the same. last one to do. Hoping that's enough, should be. It's a bit easier to work with if you have a shorter piece of string as well. If you give children too long a piece of string, they're going to end up making a bit of a mess and getting a bit tangled. So actually having this piece a bit shorter now works in my favour, as long as it is long enough, which I'm sure it will be. Tie that off. Okay. There is my little frame. In fact, that one's a bit longer, is upsetting me a little bit. So again, I'm just going to use my loppers. Fingers well clear, holding onto the handles. I'm just going to take the end off that. There. And put them away again. And I'm just going to get rid of that bit as well. A little bit long. And there I have got my frame made with clove hitches, square lashings, and also a reef knot, but that's just to tie it off. Any simple overhand knot would have probably done the job for that. So they are some of the knots. Obviously there are a few other knots that you might use at forest schools. When we've made obstacle courses, I've done figure of eight, rethreaded, it's obviously a climbing knot that you can use just for putting up rope swings and things like that. A quick release knot is another one that you can use quite a lot, particularly for putting up shelters, so I'll actually be demonstrating that when I put up the shelter. And obviously some of these are ones that you would teach the children, others are ones that you would maybe just use, but for older children there's no reason why you couldn't teach them quite a few of these knots just so that they can do it themselves properly. So that was my my video on tying knots and making a simple frame.